Now, we're joined on the phone lines by Joseph Pemka, lawyer for the company cited in the CHRAJ report. Thank you very much, Mr. Pemka, for joining us.
Prema, thank you very much. Good evening to your cherished listeners and viewers, and thanks for having me.
Now, what has been the initial reaction of your clients to the CHRAJ findings?
First of all, let me correct some factual inaccuracy that you've just stated in your intro. The issue of tax irregularities or evasion, Rono Motors is not part of it. It is Sagel and then Telenor.
Thank you very much for that.
In fact, in the report, it is stated clearly that Rono Motors have even exhibited receipts of tax obligations that have been done and complied with. And also.
Right.
So let's establish that.
Right. Thank you.
But Fema, the fundamental issue that we need to deal with in this matter is whether or not there was a contract and whether the contract was approved by PPA. And if it was approved by PPA, what do they do before they approve? You know, these are the fundamental things. And again, we have to look at the fact that there was a complainant in the matter, and later the complainant withdrew. What is the legal effect of the withdrawal of the complainant?
So bring us up to speed.
Yes, so I'm going to just look at that very briefly. You see, so as I stated, these companies saw the opportunity, sold for sale, and they applied for it. Then it went to PPA. PPA vetted and approved and brought it back to GRA, and the contract was awarded to them, and they delivered. In fact, there is nowhere in the report that says it wasn't delivered. Now, this is the very interesting bit of the argument that I want to put across. What CHRAJ is saying is that when they checked the prices of the said vehicles at Toyota Ghana, they realized that the prices had been inflated by a certain amount by the various companies. But this is where they get it all wrong and completely misleading the public. Toyota Ghana are the original importers and distributors of Toyota in Ghana. And so any company in Ghana that wants to trade in Toyota vehicles can go to Toyota and buy them and sell. So when they applied for sole sourcing, they went to Toyota, bought the vehicles, and I cannot buy a vehicle from Toyota at 100 Ghana cedis and sell it at 100 Ghana cedis.
So it was inflated?
So definitely the companies, what they did was that they procured these cars from Toyota, they calculated all their cost margins and added their profit margins and sold it to GRA. That's what happened. Unless CHRAJ wants to say that from now, every Ghanaian who wants a car by any state institution must go to Toyota to buy, not any other Ghanaian company or entity, in which case all Ghanaian entities that want to deal with Toyota Ghana and do business will collapse. If that's what CHRAJ wants to tell us.
So what do you make of the report indicating that the companies lack the capacity to deliver on the contracts awarded to them?
And they delivered. If they lack capacity, they delivered. And that is why it's even more curious. Because if they lack capacity, they could not have delivered. But they delivered on the contract.
To the letter?
They supplied the vehicles. Yes, they supplied all the vehicles. In fact, there's no part that CHRAJ is saying that vehicles were not supplied. No part of the report says so. All that they are saying is that they have arrived at a conclusion that the vehicles were supplied at prices higher than the prices that Toyota Ghana is quoting. And that's what makes it ridiculous, because we are not Toyota Ghana. And we bought the vehicles from Toyota Ghana and then sold them to the state entity, GRA.
Right. Now,
So
quickly before you go.
Right. To buy a car
you are in business, we get that.
Sell it at the same price.
Right. Now, CHRAJ has also directed that these companies be excluded from any future dealings with the state. How do you take that? Would you challenge this?
Again, let me correct that.
Right.
Prima.
Okay.
There are two of the companies that they made that directive, but not all the three.
Right. So which ones and which one?
They didn't say so for Rono. They said so for only Telenor and Sagel, that they should be barred from future. And again, let me state this, that by the CHRAJ Act and the LI governing it, any entity investigated that is not satisfied with the report is enjoined by law to challenge them in the High Court. And I have been instructed by the companies to so challenge the findings in the High Court and overturn it. And let me just conclude by stating that all these findings, if they are not set aside, are binding on the companies. And we are exercising that right to go to the High Court to have the charges set aside.
Right.
Again,
Now,
finally,
okay.
the complainant withdrew. We were cooperating with the CHRAJ in their investigation. We supplied them documents. We went there once, and we're cooperating. But when the complainant withdrew the complaint, our understanding was that that was the end of the matter, because our clients and the complainant and lawyers met and explained the issues to the complainant, and the complainant realized that he had erred. So he withdrew the complaint.
Right.
And when he withdrew it, we too decided that, okay, once the complaint is withdrawn, we're no longer going to CHRAJ, and they didn't invite us.
Very
so
well.
they proceeded without hearing us further. And again, that one will also be raised.
Right. I'm sure that's why you are going to challenge this.
Yes.
Right. Now, quickly before you go, we understand you're also the lawyer for the former CEO of the National Food and Buffer Stock Company, Hanan Abdul Wahab, and his wife, Faiza, correct?
That is correct.
Right. So how are they faring following the 150 million cedi bail granted by the court?
Well, that was a humongous one. The bail was high, but we are doing our best. We've gathered the necessary documentation, and we are going through verification.
Right.
The various institutions are very Lands Commission, and then AESL are doing the necessary statutory functions to ensure that clearance is given. And we are hoping and praying that during the week we'll meet the requirements and have them released.
Very well. Thank you very much, Lawyer Joseph Penka, for your time.
I'm grateful.